everyone, and welcome. If you're targeting CLAT 2026, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to break down this entire journey into a simple, clear, and honestly, a zero-stress roadmap to get you into a top law school. Let's do this.
Okay, let's get right into the essentials. First things first, get out your calendar and circle Sunday, December 7th, 2025. It's going to be an offline pen and paper exam with 120 multiple choice questions. Now, really pay attention to the marking scheme. You get 1 point for a correct answer, but you lose 1/4 of a point for a wrong one. So yeah, random guessing, probably not the best strategy here. And that application window is open from August through October of 2025.
So what's all this for? Well, it comes down to this number, 25. That's how many of the super prestigious national law universities, or NLUs, are waiting for you. A great CLAT score is your golden ticket. This right here, this is the prize. To get you there, we've laid out this entire explainer like a complete journey map. We're going to start with your mission, then walk through the application, build a killer study plan, go over some smart tactics and common traps to avoid, and then finally, we'll see what happens after you've crushed the exam. Sound good? Let's jump in.
First things first, we need to define the mission. Before you can really plan your strategy, you've got to know the basic rules of the game. And that all starts with making sure you're eligible to play. The best thing about CLAT eligibility is just how straightforward it is. If you've passed your 10+2 exams, or you're about to, you're pretty much set. The main thing to watch is the minimum percentage, 45% for general and OBC categories, and a slightly relaxed 40% for SC/ST. But here's the best part, and it's awesome, there is no upper age limit at all.
All right, next section, the application process. I know, this part can feel like a huge headache, but don't worry. We've basically distilled the whole thing into a simple, zero-stress checklist that'll get you through it nice and easy. So the official process technically has something like 12 different steps, but who needs that kind of stress? We've boiled it all down to these 4 simple phases. Phase 1, prep and register. Just get your documents together. Phase 2, fill and upload. Take your time and get it right. Phase 3, pay and submit. And please save that confirmation page. And finally, Phase 4, download your admit card and get ready for the big day. See? Totally manageable. Now, let's quickly talk money. The application fee is 4,000 rupees if you're in the general or OBC categories, and it's 3,500 for SC, ST, and BPL candidates. Oh, and here's a pro tip. When you're applying, you'll have the option to buy previous year's question papers for an extra 500 rupees. Honestly, it's one of the best investments you can make for your prep. Okay, now we're getting to the heart of it all. This is where the magic happens. Think of this part as your very own training montage scene from a movie. We're going to build a study plan that actually works, one that you can stick with, and that's built for your specific timeline. So, are you an early bird or are you starting a bit closer to the date? Doesn't matter, we've got a plan for you. If you've got a good 9 to 12 months, you can take a really nice, structured, phased approach. If you're working with 4 to 6 months, it's going to be more of an intense, compressed schedule. Really, the main difference is how fast you move from building your foundation to diving deep into mock tests. For those of you with more time, this is what your journey looks like. The first 6 weeks, that's all about building a rock-solid foundation. Then, for the next 18 weeks or so, you're focusing on building up your speed and accuracy with timed practice. And in that final stretch, the last 16 weeks, you're in full-on test mode. Intensive mock exams and, this is key, deep analysis of every single one. Just remember this, consistency beats cramming every single time. This simple weekly rhythm is your secret weapon for success. During the week, tackle 2 sections a day plus some general knowledge. Saturday is your big mock test day, followed by a serious analysis session. Then Sunday is for review and some light reading to recharge. It's simple, it's effective, and it'll keep you from burning out. All right, let's talk about how to get that competitive edge, because it's not just about putting in the hours, it's about being smart with your time. In this section, we're covering the key tactics you need and the common traps that so many people fall into. Okay, I need you to listen very carefully to this because it's a huge deal. Legal reasoning is not a test of how much law you know. It is a test of your ability to apply a rule they give you to a brand new situation. And those last few words are the most important, not use any outside knowledge. Seriously, forget everything you think you know about the law for this section. This simple 3-step process should be your mantra for every single legal reasoning question.
Step 1, read the principle and actually understand what the rule is. Step 2, break down the facts of the new case they give you. And Step 3, apply that principle to those facts. That's it. Practice this over and over until it's second nature.
So, let's talk about one of the most common traps. The section is called legal reasoning, so it seems pretty logical to just start memorizing a bunch of laws, right? So, is that a good idea? Absolutely not. You have to resist that urge. CLAT is specifically designed to test how you think, not what you've memorized. Honestly, spending your precious time cramming legal theory is one of the biggest wastes of time in CLAT prep. Focus on practicing application.
And here's another big one. The logic seems to make sense, right? The more tests I take, the better my score will get. But is just doing a ton of mock tests really the secret to getting a top rank?
The answer is a hard no. The real secret, the real magic, happens after you finish the mock test. Your error log, that's the list of all your mistakes, is the single most powerful tool you have. Understanding why you got a question wrong is so much more valuable than just taking another test. It's all about the quality of your analysis, not the quantity of tests you take. So, you've done it. You've survived the prep, you've taken the exam, but the journey isn't quite over just yet. Let's quickly go through the final steps that take you across the finish line. These are the last few steps that turn all that hard work into your actual admission. First, the official answer key comes out, then your results and your all-important rank. After that, you'll register for counseling and pick your dream NLUs. And the final step is just tracking the seat allocation rounds until you officially get your spot and complete the admission process. And that's it, you're in. And there you have it, a complete and hopefully zero-stress roadmap that takes you from right now all the way to your first day at a national law university. We've laid out the path, we've given you the strategy. The only question left is the one on your screen right now. What's your first step going to be?